Yo, what is good, yo? It's your boy Ty, back here with another episode of our No Money Spent Squad series, starting with the daily login reward being the 1 token. And if you guys haven't noticed, look up in the upper right hand corner, in which you guys will see level 40. Finally, the grind was real, man. The grind for Blake was real. Probably wasted. I shouldn't say wasted. Probably in total for a badged out Blake Griffin, just in MT transactions, probably close to 500k is my guess on the MT that I lost while buying players, reselling players, all of that. But you didn't just only get Blake. You got a Hall of Fame badge. You got a lot of other stuff. So was Blake worth it? Probably not for the majority of the people, but for the people who are trying to qualify. And honestly, his longevity is going to be there as well. So I personally love Blake, but was he worth it? Probably not. But as you guys can see, the daily login reward being the 1 token, and just giving you guys kind of a glimpse of what Blake looks like here. Now, I did badge my Blake out basically besides clamps. Now, I don't know what this silver badge is, relay passer. I'm not worried about that. I did badge him out besides clamps, and I'm on next gen now. I actually badged him out on current gen. And the reason for that is because I'm going to be playing 250k on current gen as well. So that's kind of my reasoning for that. I'm still waiting for the price of clamps to go down a little bit, because this is a little outrageous to pay 50. I don't even have enough to badge him out completely. So it's a little outrageous in my opinion, but it is what it is. Eventually I'm going to have to pay to badge Blake out, which I just really don't want to. Now I'm still stuck on whether I should play Kevin Garnett or if I stick to the guys like Paul George and guys. I'm gonna pick up Zion too. So I'm really conflicted on what to do between like Kevin Garnett, Elgin Baylor, Paul George, that type of thing. So I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do yet as far as that's concerned, but I got some time to figure that out. Same thing with Stockton and Monte Ellis. I used Monte Ellis last night. He's okay, but I feel like I'm more comfortable with Stockton, and so I don't know if I'm going to change anything as far as that is concerned either for this upcoming weekend. But this month has honestly flown by. It really truly has. I mean, obviously I'm 5-0. Need to keep grinding towards the pink diamond unlimited tier award. But this month has flown by. As you guys can see, we are getting pretty close to the next qualifier. Like I said, I gotta get ready for that. And so that includes getting this pink diamond tier award. That includes getting the ring for this week that I still haven't even gotten. I've been so occupied getting Blake Griffin that I haven't even gotten the ring that we need this week. The challenges I would focus on: earning 5 assists with any shooting guard. That's just going to happen when you play the game. Scoring 14 points in unlimited with the center. Scoring 20 points with a player from the Mavericks. So all of these challenges are easy enough in my opinion to do. And really it's a free, 375 XP. So definitely do those challenges if you haven't yet. But just look at all the challenges that I did. I mean, it wasn't easy to get all of these challenges done, and it was an absolute grind. But for Blake Griffin, just to have him and just knowing how good Blake Griffin is compared to every other center in the game, it was absolutely worth it. Now, the guys that are locked, I'm locking in Blake Griffin. He is locked in for this weekend. Steph Curry's locked in for this weekend. Grant Hill is probably locked in for this weekend. And that's probably it. Everybody else could possibly change depending on the content that we do get this week. And just looking at the auction house, I'm going to wait to sell David Robinson until J.R. Smith comes out, because I think we're going to see his price increase by a little bit once people start locking in for that J.R. Smith. Same thing with Ray Allen, especially for Ray Allen. I think his price is going to go way up when J.R. Smith eventually comes out. As you guys can see, this one's $215. I sold my one because I needed some MT to work with, but I could see Ray Allen being upwards of $250 eventually. T-Mac, I can't really see his price going down very much, maybe up a little bit, but $250 is where he's going to hold at least a while. Amari, same thing with him. I want to get at least 100k out of Amari, and I think I will. I mean, there's 3 up for a buy now. There's a total of 10, 15 up total. And Dave Cowens is super good, so people are still going to lock in for that set. Now, if I could get a Pager for 100k sometime today, I might do it, just because I do think his price is going to rise. But for me personally, it's a little too late to try to maximize my MT or anything like that. We're 6 days away from the qualifier. As you guys can see, I got a David Robinson here. I got a David Robinson here as well, because I sniped one of my David Robinsons for 100k, to be honest with you guys. So hopefully with him and Ray, hopefully combined, if I can get... this might be wishful thinking, but if I can get 500k out of both my David Robinsons and Ray Allen combined, I'll take that every single time. 450, 500K is kind of what I'm expecting. Then when I sell Amari, our MT is going to be okay. And then if I wanted to, I could sell Manu. But I still think I want to hold on to Manu just for this idol set, because I eventually might lock in for the idol set depending on who the player is. So I kind of want to hold on to my Manu Ginobili, maybe even pick up a Dominique Wilkins at post 250K. I guess he's not going to be in super packs, but when the market does crash a little bit. But it's kind of the what we're working with right now. I've just been kind of emptying out my collection as we go through the days little by little. JayRday, just get out of my collection. Can I sell you for 950? Hopefully I can. So you guys can see I got Clay up as well. Just trying to empty out anything possible to not only get players like Zion, because I still need a Zion, but also badge other players out as well. So if I could get a Zion's super expensive right now. But my goal is hopefully eventually under 300K. Now, I know he's getting more and more rare and the time is ticking. But as the more he gets rare, the more people that are going to have him and less people that are ultimately going to bid. So it kind of works both ways. I do need to end up getting a Zion before this weekend, though. So kind of where does it leave me now? What do I need to do? Well, today, I have to get limited done. I have to, so I don't have to worry about that next week, because the main thing I don't want to have to do next week is worry about getting a ring. That would be one of the worst things to have to sit there and worry about next weekend when I'm just trying to get ready for the tournament. So that's my main thing, is getting my ring. I don't really know how I feel about these limited requirements this week. They're kind of tough, to be completely honest with you. Does Dorian Finney-Smith, are you good? Like, I don't even know who I should be using here. Maybe Al Harrington. I don't really know who the best player is out of all these guys. I think Cameron Johnson would be a decent play because he can shoot the ball. I'm just going to plug him in. I don't think it really matters too much as long as I got Steph Curry. I think Steph Curry is going to carry me to the promised land. I commented on this before and I'll comment on it again. Badging out Jaylen Brown is going to cost people close to 200,000 MT. So that leads me to the question, is Jaylen Brown worth it or is he not worth it? And in my opinion, Jaylen Brown is 100% not worth it. And the reason why is you can't get that 200K back. It's kind of like the 200K I spent badging out Blake last night. I know Blake's going to be around for a while, and so for me, it's probably worth it. But to give up a Hall of Fame badge and have to spend 200K badging out Jaylen Brown, in my opinion, it's just not worth it. So I'm just going to get the Hall of Fame badge. If I pull Flash Passer, then I'll pull Flash Passer. But the thing about it is, hopefully I can pull a good badge that can be usable for my squad for a while. Now, if I pull something bad, I do, and it's still, in my opinion, not that big of a deal, because I could not spend that much MT badging out Jaylen Brown. Is Jaylen Brown badged out one of the top cards in the game? Absolutely. But I personally can't do it. It's just like badging out JoJo White. I couldn't do it. As much as I liked JoJo White earlier on in the year, I just can't do it. So once I get this ring, I'm going to be done grinding my team limited for this season. When I say it took like 5 minutes to load into a game, no, I mean it. It was one of the longest load times I've ever seen to just play one limited game. And all I'm trying to do is get my ring and then get out of here. Now I see he has Shaq. I see Jeff Teague. Now Nick Anderson obviously is a good guy to have, especially for limited this week. And that's why I'm running Nick Anderson. But this guy's team is absolutely terrible. Hold up, LaMarcus. Can you just chill? I couldn't tell if that one was green or not. It looked green, but maybe it's me. It's going to be an adjustment again playing on next gen from current gen. I probably won't play that much next gen outside of gameplays this week to just try to get ready for 250K. Especially later this week. I'm probably even going to do all my no money spent on current gen. But that's kind of where I'm looking at right now. LaMarcus over to Cam. What do you got for a release, Cam Johnson? Ew. Good board, LaMarcus. Imagine not guarding Nick Anderson. Oh, that's a lightly. That's tough. It's just like the space in this game that they give you to shoot. It looks open most of the time. And in reality, it's probably not a good shot. But it does look open, and so I just let it fly. Oh my gosh, look at Shaq. And in these types of games, it's nice to get quits pretty quickly. Now, obviously, I don't usually get that many quits, but it's nice to get them. No way that's lightly. Like, I feel like the contest system on this game is weird. I'm not used to it, especially compared to current gen. I feel like everything is contested on this game. Like, there's no way that's a lightly. I'm just confused. There's nobody within my airspace, and they still gave him a lightly. Oh, he's got Diamond Zion. Oh, this guy's actually probably not that bad. Oh, he's got George Hill? Nah, this guy's got a nice team. Imagine me not doubling on Zion. Just run. Can somebody knock down a shot for me? Nick Anderson. That's got to be green. Thank you. Finally, we get a transition 3-ball. That's what I need. I'm not going to lie. Switching from next gen to current gen is hard. Like, I'm not very good at next gen right now. There's no doubt about it. Like, this guy I'm playing isn't anything, like, special. Like, he's really not. Obviously, the contact dunks in next gen is just wild. But there's no reason, like, I should be losing. I just can't, like, I have a hard time creating on next gen right now. Mainly just because I don't really know how to dribble like that. Like, that's my main thing. So it's kind of hard learning 2 games at once. That's kind of what I've noticed. And, like, even the contest system releases, it's all just different. And so it's kind of like learning 2 games at once. And so that's what kind of like why it's hard for me, because I want to do stuff on next gen, but it's hard because I want to stay good on current gen. So that's like my main thing, obviously. And then getting quits and limited is key in trying to get this ring. So it's just kind of tough, the fact that I'm not going to get any quits when I'm playing like this and I'm not as good as I should be. Honestly, bro, it's not worth it. I was like in a close game with him. It's like, honestly, for me to grind challenges or even a limited ring, it's just not worth me going to next gen to do. It's just not, especially in my no money spent squad series, where I need all the time I can get. Like, that's the thing. If I spend 3 hours trying to get my ring in limited, when I could spend 1 hour on current gen, especially when the qualifier is next week, it just doesn't make sense for me to try to learn 2 games at once. It just doesn't. So I got to go back to current gen once again to try to secure this limited ring. This is the prime example of why 2K should have made 250K on next gen. Whether it's every qualifier on next gen, whatever it is. Because the fact that people are going to have to switch from current gen to next gen repeatedly, try to learn 2 separate games, it's just not right. Because to get good at a game, you got to play a game. And right now, I can't really play next gen knowing the qualifier is 6 days away. Looking at my opponent's team here, and obviously he's got a very good squad. Ruby Steph, that's actually, like, his squad is honestly super solid. Running Sapphire Tatum and Sapphire Cat as well. His squad honestly is just as good, if not better than mine. Back on current gen we go, where I need to get comfortable playing, because I got, like I said, I didn't want to play that much on next gen or this week anyways. I really didn't, and I'm not good on next gen to blow people out in limited. And that's what you need to do. If you want to get quits in limited, you have to blow people out. The hard thing about kind of this week's thing and the players you got to use is, the thing is, if somebody uses like a Tracy McGrady, I don't have anybody to really guard him. And the problem against me is nobody's going to be able to guard Steph anyway, so it's not going to matter. Especially on next gen, where I can actually dribble a little bit, where I'm comfortable with dribbling. So yeah, this should be a flood, and I should be able to get a pretty quick quit here, as long as this guy does quit if he's getting blown out. And so I feel like it's harder to blow people out in this type of a game than other games, because in other games I can at least, wow, Steph has got it going. In other games, at least I got guys that can defend at every position. In this, unless I buy my team, which I don't really feel like buying a team just for this, it's tough to get guys that can defend at every position. It just is. It's a lot tougher. And so, like, right there, obviously, Brian Russell, he's not the best defender, but I got guys out here who I think can at least play offense. At least one side of the ball I should be lights out on. And again, bombs away for Steph Curry. You might as well just do your thing. That's what I'm talking about right there. On next gen, I can't get those types of quits because I'm not as good as the game. On current gen, normally I flood people. Now I hate these limited challenges because I can't play all defense, and it is what it is. Hopefully I can get my ring so I can just be done with limited this week. Please just be in the middle. A contract pack, that's not what I'm looking for. I love contracts and I need contracts, but right now I just need my ring. These are the types of lineups I love running up against, because this guy's diamond that he chose was Bill Russell. So I actually love this type of a matchup, and hopefully I can flood. And honestly, in limited, I don't even do my settings, and for this upcoming qualifier, depending on opponent's teams, I might not do my settings either. So we'll just have to see kind of what happens. But normally in this type of a game, I'm not going to do my settings. I just don't think, with the time you spend on him, that it is worth it, especially when this guy's trying to run his offense through Bill Russell. Like, this should be a quick game. If this is not a quick game, I'm going to be shocked. All right, let's give me a stop. What is his offense? You've got to be kidding me. Yup. This is going to be a quick one. I got a feeling this one is going to be a very quick game. What in the world is going on? Up to Steph. Yeah, it's going to be a quick one. Yep, it's going to be a quick one. Do your thing already, man. It's already over for you. You're not scoring on me on offense. I don't know what you're doing on defense. And yeah, you might as well just do your thing already. I smoked with Steph, but it doesn't matter. I just don't get why people like what is the point of him staying in this game? I don't understand. He's down by 10 points and it's only the first quarter. You're switching matchups. It's not, I promise you, man. Like, I wouldn't lie to you. I promise you it is not going to matter. Like, look at what you're doing. Like, look at what you're doing. I don't know what you want me to say, what you want me to do. This game is not, like, just please, man. Move on to the next one. Like, that's what I would do if I was you. And just watch the attention he gives to Steph. And I mean, he could give all this attention to Steph, but it just doesn't matter. Like, it just, look at this. Like, I'm just trying to get a shot up with Steph and he's triple teaming me. Like, please, just leave me alone. Thank you. Uh-oh. Oh, my word. I just guess I'll have to keep taking layups and dunks. Like, guys, if you're ever down like this in a limited game, please just quit for your opponent. That's all I really can say. Like, if you're ever down like this in limited, in which there is legitimately nothing that happens if you lose, just quit it. Just do your thing, man. I don't understand it. He's down 30, upwards of 30 points 8 minutes into the game. And it's just going to be a waste of time for both of us. It's just, what is the point, man? Guys, if you are ever in this situation, I am begging you to just please quit the game. You are down 85 points in a limited game that doesn't matter. Steph has 101 points. Just please don't foul me. As long as he doesn't foul me, I'll be okay. Like, at least if he doesn't foul me, that shows. Do not. Why are you reaching? Just let the game run out. I end up winning 137-52. All I have to say is after all of that, if I don't get my ring here, I'm going to be very irritated. Like, that was a 45-minute game. And that's what it's going to be like this weekend, man. That's legitimately what it's going to be like this weekend. At least he didn't call timeouts. At least he didn't foul at the end of the game. Like, it could have been worse. Oh, to see my ring! Let's go, man. Let's go, man. Let's go. That's big time because I did not want to have to play any more games. But yeah, other than that, really my next thing for my squad, obviously limited, I'm done with. But I need to pick up Zion Williamson, and I don't know what I'm going to do with KG. If I do end up not playing KG in the qualifier, it's just another extra guy that I do have on my squad that I can sell. Now, I do like KG. I just don't know how he compares to a guy like Paul George or even Elgin. One last price check here. David Robinson is looking pretty good at that 145 mark. Let's see what Ray is going for today. They're going to go up because people, I love that 251 mark. I'm not going to sit here and lie with you. I love that 251 mark. And I do think his price is going to continue to go up. So if I could get 251 out of him, 150 out of both of my D-Robs, I will be looking very, very good as far as MT is concerned. Amari, just hold your value, man. Hold your value at 100K. Honestly, hopefully I could get a little bit more than 100K out of him. But even if I get 100K out of him, it's not that big of a deal. So my MT is starting. It's not great right now, but if I do sell both of those, both Ray and both my D-Robs, as well as Amari, I'm going to be just fine. I'm going to cop Zion and whoever else we get this week that I need for this weekend. But my MT is not one of my biggest concerns. I just got to definitely get my team right, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy the video, did enjoy the hour-long limited game, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.